Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and welcome to my plan with me for June 19th through the 25th, the last plan with me in this planner. After I turn this page, we're all done in this planner. I'm on the academic year and I'll be moving into a new planner. Back when I started this one, I had chosen the vegan leather colorful harmony design, and I got tired of it at some point. I would have to check my videos to see when that happened, and I ended up snipping it, which was not super easy. I would not call this a removable cover, but I wanted to preserve it somehow in case I wanted to put it back on. And when I archive this planner, I may do just that and put this vegan leather cover back on. I'm going to decorate the last week with a Colorblends sticker sheet because that was one of the themes this past year, and it's kind of fun, I think, to end the planner with one of the themes. I don't have a colorful harmony sticker sheet, or I would use that, but Colorblends is really pretty. I think this might be my second one of these, and I probably did a plan with me with this at some point. But I also found this, which is a really old sticker sheet that probably won't even stick, but this is the painted Petals design. And if you're new to Erin Condren, you may not have seen this design before, but it was the theme back before we had more than one theme, and you could get it, I think, in neutral or colorful, but that was the theme. And these colors really are kind of the same. So I'm going to try to pull this in and use this sheet as well. I'm just back from Father's Day lunch with my dad. And that's a tradition that we have on the Saturday before Father's Day. And so I took him to, it was going to be the same restaurant we always go to, but my husband suggested we go somewhere else because crime has sort of been up lately in this particular area. And so we decided to go someplace else where I actually had a gift card anyway. So it was kind of nice to be able to use that gift card. And it turns out, I had no idea because I don't think my dad goes out to eat all that much, but turns out this is one of his favorite places to go. So it was a nice change. Funny story. Friday, I took my mom out on errands, and they were really my errands, and she went along with me. And one of the errands was to go to Michael's for a brand new scrapbook to put our wedding photos in, because we got married way back in 1985. We bought a huge album for the photos at the time. And I remember it was so huge, we made payments on it until it was all paid off. And I think it has something like 75 8x10 photos in it, something like that. And this is way before digital photography, so it's all film. And so I went to Michael's, and after I came out, I did find a nice scrapbook, by the way. But after I came out, my mother, of all people, said, I want you to go inside Dick's Sporting Goods and get a pickleball set. And I said, what? And she said, well, I was watching the Today Show, and they were featuring a pickleball set, and they said it was at Dick's and that it was a good deal. And the 4th of July is coming up, and I want you and your family to have a pickleball set. All right, the reason it's so funny that my mom said this is because my mother is the least sporty person that you could ever dream up. Even if you include your entire circle of friends and acquaintances, I don't think you know anyone who is less sporty than my mother. And therefore, for my mother to insist, not suggest actually, she insisted that I go in Dick's Sporting Goods and get this pickleball set is just beyond ironic. Also, I have two kind of uncomfortable things going on. Number one, plantar fasciitis. So my left foot has been struggling with plantar fasciitis, and I have been working on it with various stretches and exercises. However, If you've ever had it, you know that it doesn't just go away just like that. So I had that going on. That wasn't really a problem, but combine that with the fact that my back sort of went out a few nights earlier. And I think it was just some odd position that I was sleeping in, because when I woke up, my back on the lower left side was just kind of messed up. So I said to Mom, I said, do you think that maybe I could come back and we'll take another trip out together and I'll pick up the pickleball set at another time? And my normally very sympathetic mom said, but 4th of July is coming up and they may run out. Just go inside and tell whoever you see that you want the pickleball set that was featured on the Today Show. She wasn't taking no for an answer, you guys. And so I went in Dick's Sporting Goods. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like I was in excruciating pain or anything. I was just not myself, not comfortable. And Simply Smith Stickers is the maker of that church building, by the way. And this is a homemade church script in Gem Plans font. So I went into Dick's Sporting Goods and looked around. There was like nobody working there when I first walked in. They were working there, but nobody like walked up and said, may I help you, madam? It was nothing like that. It was more like, you're on your own in this great big place. So I started looking around. I had Googled pickleball to see what it even is, because I had no clue, and found a corner of the store that had some rackets. And I thought, okay, there's a good chance it's over there. Walked back to that area of the store, and I did see a few sets of pickleball rackets with 2 balls. So the balls, if you're not familiar with pickleball, the balls are like plastic balls with holes in them, very lightweight. And the rackets look like racquetball rackets, basically. I don't really know what the difference is because I've never played either one, really. So I looked for this set. There were so many sets of just the 2 rackets and 2 balls. They ranged in price from, I think, $39.99 up to $129.99 for 2 rackets and 2 balls. But we didn't have, it also has a net. So we didn't even have a net. And my mother was describing something that had a net. So I kept looking, and I did find they had 3 boxes that were a set that had a net. And that one also had 2 rackets and 2 balls. And the whole deal was $59.99. So I just assumed that this was going to be the set that we wanted. And I picked it up. It was a little large, not exactly easy for someone with plantar fasciitis, and the back is out. Grandbaby's going to be 11 months old this week. So I carried that thing out, and it was just cracking me up. I didn't have the slightest bit of frustration over my mother insisting on this, because it was so hilarious that she did. Honestly, so hilarious that she did. So I do have 1 piano lesson so far scheduled. So summer piano starts this week. I only teach on Thursdays when I teach summer piano, but I'm going to go ahead and use one of the bigger boxes just because I haven't reset my piano studio since the spring recital, and that's on my to-do list. So let's just block out a larger chunk of time to organize a bit before this one solitary piano student comes. So I have a pickleball set now. And it's all because of my mom, who will probably never play it. Another funny little story is that whenever I take my dad somewhere, I've mentioned this before, maybe it was last year at Father's Day. Whenever I take my dad somewhere, he, if it's out to eat or something, he will talk and talk and talk to the people who work there. The waiters, the people who seat you, does not matter. He will talk and talk and talk. And he's going to want to know where they went to high school, because he was a high school band director. So that's always like his opening comment or question. And then he is also going to want to find out where they're from, how old they are. You know, he's 82, so he doesn't mind asking people how old they are. But I don't think he ever minded. It's just that he's 82 now, so he gets away with whatever. And so our waitress today, this is actually going to be here. Our waitress today was really playing along very well. I'm always a little bit wondering if that's going to be a problem. But our waitress and the hostess were playing along with my dad. And so he ate that up. And so he finds out where this waitress is from, how old she is, etc., where she went to high school. And then he asked her what her favorite subject was. Turns out it was math. So then he proceeds to explain to her a trick for learning multiplication. So the trick is, I don't even know if I can do the trick correctly. The trick is, I'm using these little flags, by the way, to kind of give myself time to do sticker orders for my Etsy shop. And so we'll just see how this looks. I think I should go back solid color and then pattern color. So the way this trick goes is you give your fingers a number. So it's like, oh, how does it even go? 6 through 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so these are the 6s, these are the 10s. So if your multiplication problem is, say, I'm going to have to see Mom here. So let's move the Etsy shop work down. That didn't work. Okay, so let's say that your multiplication problem is something like 7 times 9. Then what you're going to do is, so this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So 7 times 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. You put, oh my goodness, how does it even go? I think you do this. The 6 and the 9, I think you do this. And then you add up the fingers that are touching and those below. So that would be 1, 2 that are touching, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is going to be the second digit, right? Let's see if this even works. Oh my goodness. Then the top, you multiply 1 times 3. So 36. That's not right. Okay, what did I do wrong? Those of you who know this trick, what did I do wrong? 9 times 7 is not 36. I have no idea what I did wrong. Let me try it again. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 7 times 9. 6, 7. 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you do it this way? That would be a 4 on the bottom. And then the top would be 3 times 3, 94. That's not it. Okay, so 9 times 7 is what? 63. So that first time I did it, I had 36, right? So I just did it backwards. So, okay. 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 7 times 9. Let's do it this way. This might be it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's going to be the first digit, 60, and then 3 times 1, 63. That's how we do it. I've got to remember this. You don't turn your hands all upside down and stuff. And this part is the first digit. All right. That way. That way. Okay, Mom Day, 3 days. So let's take these and put them with whatever we have left here. This might not work. I've got 2 of them. I could cut, here we go. I'm going to cut this one. in half, and then we'll cut the other one in half too. Probably should put a little bit of extra glue on this since this is old. And do, this is going to be a busy day. I really need to move Mom probably to Tuesday. Let's go ahead and do it. She's not going to like that though, because she goes all weekend without me. But that might just be what we have to do. Mom Day, and I do have a meeting that day, but I can still fit Mom in here. The visit will not be quite as long as it looks. And then we'll do one more like that. So what I was saying was that when I take my dad out to lunch, or he takes me out to lunch, I just know that I'm going to be an audience member, and the show will be Dad talking to the people who work there. Definitely. So, you know, since this is the last week in this planner, we are going to need to be moving in to the next planner. And I'm going to have to, I've been making a lot of move-in kits for people, but have not made my own move-in kit. Let's make this a move-in day. And, okay, I'm going to write on it first, because that's right next to the coil, which is way down low. I should have November. Let's take November and do that. That's much better. Okay, so let's just write ECLP move in. There we go. Now, speaking of move in addition to the move-in kit, which I make in my Etsy shop, I ordered these stickers from Erin Condren that are new, the transparent squares, and they just came in. Here you are. So you get 3 sheets, and they are kind of brights, and I guess this goes with Inspire, and this goes with Wildflowers, and then these are just metallics, and looks like the bottom metallic might be holographic. Rose gold, silver, gold. I really love these because they just outline the date. Pardon the packaging noise. Okay, so if you put the white sheet behind it, you can really see the colors, and these are transparent. So what you do is you go back to this part and you mark out things. Well, you can. This is what I'm going to do. Mark out things as you're planning the year ahead, and then I like to make a little key down here so I know what color stands for what. So these were Erin Condren stickers, pretty sure. They look like they were Erin Condren stickers. And so the only difference, should we try one just to see what it looks like? The only difference is that these are squares. And I'm going to like the lighter colors the best, I think. That's good. Nice. So they're little squares. And what else do we have? There's that sheet. Here is the Wildflowers / In Bloom / Flora sheet. These are probably going to be my favorite. I don't know. Or these. So was it holographic? Yeah. Is this upside down? Okay, yeah. I think these are holographic. They look silver, but I think they're on the camera, actually, you can see it better. I'm looking at the camera screen now. Yeah, you get a rainbow effect on these. And then the plain silver is right here. You don't get that rainbow effect. So that's the difference. These are holographic. So let's just take one. And that's weird how the gold stops here and the holographic starts there. Interesting. Okay. So it would look like that. Oh yeah, that is so neat. That's a really neat sticker. I think these are going to be my favorites, honestly. And those. But I recommend them. I think they're a good product for moving in. I don't think I'm going to be using the checklist this week, but I will use the 2 flags that I have left and just write laundry with this one. And maybe new planner time here. So next week's plan with me will be in the new planner. I have all these checklists left, so these are going to go in the Washi Garden, Washi Museum, Washi Scraps. This idea I got from Jenna Myers, although maybe she got it from somebody. I don't know. But her Instagram is Memories by Myers. So now the Colorblend sheet is used up. And the painted petal sheet, actually the stickiness has been okay on this, but I have been reinforcing the bigger stickers. And on the newer ones of these, they don't even have the dots. It's just like a washi strip. There we go. So this one's all used up now. You know, I also need to film a walkthrough or a flip through of this entire completed planner. So maybe that'll be, I might be able to do it Wednesday. Let's do it Wednesday. There we go. And I think the only thing left is the memory verse. And this week's memory verse will have something to do with healing. All of the verses this month do. But he was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. Upon him was the chastisement that brought us peace. And with his wounds we are healed. And that's Isaiah chapter 53, verse 5. And that's a long one, so I am going to have to flip back and forth as I write it. I don't think these things stand out enough, so I'm going to pull off these Mom Day scripts and replace them with the green column here. While I'm at it, let's go ahead and use this piano sticker instead of that one. Here's a slow motion flyover for you of the whole thing close up. And you know, it occurs to me that I'm also going to need to be filming a July setup plan with me. That's not super urgent. It's just that the next planner and the next plan with me will have the month of July, the month view at the very beginning. So I'm going to be using my July kit for that. I know a bunch of you have gotten this one from my Etsy shop, but here's what it looks like if you haven't seen it. And I'm going to be using that. You know what? It seems like I'm going to be filming maybe 3 videos this week. So we'll see. But what I like to do at the end of my weekly plan with me is say a prayer for the upcoming week. And I invite those of you who would like to join me. Heavenly Father, my planner friends and I are joining together virtually as believers in Jesus Christ. We commit this week, this day, this hour to you. Show us what you would have us to do. Heal us as only you can. Refresh our weary minds and bodies with your love and care. Give us eyes to see the way before us clearly and faith to trust you in the darkness. Forgive us as we forgive others. Remember our friends and family who are in need of your intervention, and help us to lift them up to you by name in our morning and evening prayers. In all areas of life where we struggle, provide the knowledge, resources, and confidence we need to change. Heal our families and shield us from all attacks and temptations. Give us wisdom to teach our children well. May they be drawn to you just as a deer pants for water. And may we lead with our lives as well as our words. Show us when it's time to rest. Equip us to tune out worldly messages and to rest in heavenly peace. In Jesus' name, we ask these things. Amen. Well, friends, that's going to do it for me. And of course, we do have 2 holidays this week. We have Juneteenth on Monday, the first day of summer on Wednesday. And I was talking the whole time I was planning. So Also, I have, you might have noticed this, it's a little bit weird, a barbershop quartet rehearsal. That's for a project that is somewhat secret, but at some point I will be able to share what that is all about. And I thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.